right, kitty? Don't sleep too much, okay? It's a Friday, December 19th, 2025. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. I'm Cole Spivey, and there's Critter. He's a rearview mirror that likes to live, laugh, and smell good. He hangs out right there. Say hi, Critter. Maybe next time. All right, so please subscribe. And if you'd like to support our channel, get that out of the way real quick. I'll leave my PayPal right here. And also hit the notifying bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Temperature time. Well, it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a high of 64, low of 37, and that's Apple weather. With WeatherBug, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit with a high of 64 and a low of 49. So that's a little bit different. That's actually very different. That's more than 10 degrees off. So Apple says it's going to get a low of 37, Fort Worth, and you can see it says Fort Worth here. And WeatherBug says nope, just 49. Car right now says 62 degrees. So we'll see. Sometimes I do get the end of the night weather. You know, I'll vlog it. I don't know if I had time to see any movies. Sometimes I'll talk about a movie right here. Songs. I did get to listen to the entirety of a Christmas Carol audiobook. Well, really, it's a performance by Patrick Stewart. I started off with the 2020 Hugh Grant version, and then moved on to the Patrick Stewart one. And you know what? I ended up liking the Patrick Stewart one a whole lot. I try to psych myself out about the Audible reading with Hugh Grant, but I like the Hugh Grant one too. They're very different. One's more of like a film actor, and Patrick Stewart's a classical trained Shakespeare theater actor that does a wonderful job, and it's very entertaining. There's a lot of helpful acting stuff in it, you know, alliteration, and is it an onomatopoeia? Is that when you turn a word into a sound? Onomatopoeia. I think that's what it is. Onomatopoeia is how you say it, maybe. We'll talk about that later. That's a hard one to spell. Onomatopoeia. Yeah, Charles Dickens was great with figurative speech. He published it and worked on it in 1842. There's a letter that was written in 1843 that Hugh Grant reads in his version, where he initials it CD, as in Charles Dickens. But the Patrick Stewart one is, it almost sounds like he's on stage doing it. There's the Grinch. There we go. Now, I'm a Patrick Stewart fan. I like Star Trek and Shakespeare stuff and all the stuff that he's done. I should watch Patrick Stewart stuff more often. He's a dangerously good actor, and he tears it up with his Charles Dickens reading. It could be one of the greatest readings or performances that's recorded that I've heard. And I think I was critical of it at first because I was listening at a low volume. You got to turn it up. So when Patrick Stewart starts doing Charles Dickens, crank it up to high volume. Other than that, this is the part of the show where you get to watch me pick up food at restaurants and drop it off at your doorstep. And here we go. All right, Casa Manana, Rudolph, November through December. Then Wizard of Oz, January through February 15th. They'll start January 23rd. Casa Manana. All right, got one at McDonald's off of Camp Bowie. 5:50 arrival, 4 minutes, 1.5 miles for the pickup. Merry Christmas. Oh, they got a Grinch mail. It's coming back soon. McDonald's on the way. 6:03 arrival, 9 minutes, 1.5 mile for the delivery. All right, got one at Poor Decision, 6:10 arrival, 5 minutes, 0.8 mile for the pickup. You want to go over? I'm gonna go try. Doesn't this look like Philip Seymour Hoffman holding a mixed drink? With a crow on his head. It's known as the Riot Room. And Poor Decisions, I think, is probably right there. And they've got a slide at Poor Decisions too. So if you make too many poor decisions, you can slide on that and maybe your decisions will get better. By the way, you want to enter the left door here. And nobody's at Poor Decisions. All right, Poor Decisions on its way. 6:24 arrival, 9 minutes, 3 miles for the delivery. a door decorating contest. Alright. And have a Happy New Year. All right, got one at Chipotle. 6:45 arrival, 9 minutes, 2.8 miles for the pickup. That is a filming location for a film group with Taylor Sheridan. They called it Madison, or something like that. It's set in New York. They shoot some of it in Fort Worth. Chipotle Mexican Grill on the way. 7:08 arrival. 16 minutes, 6 miles for the delivery.
Please keep it.
Ghost Riders at the go-karts and mini golf at Rockwood, Fort Worth. Check it out. Good one way down there. It's not too bad. Oh, that's a good one. All right. right, so here's all the audibles that they're feeding to me. We got this new Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. Gotta be careful on these because they'll do content block if you try to air it. Housemaid, John Grisham's The Widow, Charlie Hart, Brimstone, something called the Lead Film Theory, which is Mel Robbins, Treasure Island, War and Peace, Jane Austen's Persuasion. My Husband Next Door. This one is 10 Things I Hate About Christmas. I might listen to that one. 10 Things I Hate About Christmas.
The only thing... Gemma.
They're celebrating the Christmas cheer with drag racing. Right down, where are we? 35. Straight ahead. 121. Towards 35. Probably just got back from the airport. Want to get back to see the wifey pooey and the dog. Step on it, honey. I just cooked the chicken. The turkey's, we can get that tomorrow. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Or somewhere in that mix. I didn't get through all that, that's for sure. We gotta get through it though. Church and school, unto us a child is born. Isaiah 9:6. I changed it. Panera Bread on our way. 7:26 arrival, 1 minute, 0.4 miles for the pickup.
Work nemesis
Sounds
might
like
have
it's,
surprisingly impressive winter defensive driving skills, but that couldn't erase his...
AJ Pine. Usually when it's abbreviated, it's usually a female writer. Sounds like someone written, maybe it's like a cousin to Scrooge. Kind of bitter, but yet comical. All right, second part of this delivery is to the grocer warehouse, 7:47 arrival, 10 minutes, 3.7 miles for the pickup.
Otherwise, Gemma wouldn't need to worry about Theo being her nemesis anymore. She'd be F-I-R-E-D. So how exactly did she end up in this antlered ear sore? It all started once upon a time with some throw pillows, an overcrowded post office, and a naughty list. Design strategy for the following holiday season. And she never used a color palette that wasn't meticulously selected down to its exact Pantone shade. As a junior stylist for the company, Gemma had become quite familiar with the chosen colors as the team developed their Christmas line. She'd thought Christmas was locked and loaded, back with a for our signature Christmas colors. Eleanor Campbell, CEO of Elegance by Eleanor, had declared at their planning meeting last January that Christmas was locked and loaded.
So she's a fortune teller that lives there, and I got to talk to her when I delivered her pizza from Pizza Pizza about my werewolf screenplay and about shape-shifting energy. We never got to go in to get a reading, but we kind of wanted to. Here is Fire Station Park. It's an skate park. It's pretty busy today. Sometimes it's dead, sometimes not.
The red-nosed reindeer blared yet again from the very vehicle where she happened to be riding shotgun. Her fingers dug hot crescents into her palms as she resisted the urge to rip out that stupid loudspeaker with her own bare hands. The song had played 19 times in the last hour. And yes, she was counting.
That's pretty funny.
The song had played 19 times in the last hour. And yes, she was counting. The only thing that might possibly be worse than that insufferable jingle? The annoyingly attractive guy beside her, white-knuckling the steering wheel.
All right, Panera Bread and Grocery Warehouse on its way, 8:01 arrival, 10 minutes, 3.7 miles for delivery.
Junior stylist for the company, Gemma had become quite familiar with the chosen color.
I was correct. AJ Pine, female writer. There's her website right there. So AJ Pine's a romance author of Only You in Kingston Ale House series. Writes stories to break readers' hearts, but don't worry, she'll mend them with a happily ever after. As an English teacher and a librarian, AJ has always surrounded herself with books. She's also on freshfiction.com. I'm on fictionpress.com under Ash Cole. Her name is Amy. All right, I found another one. This one's called Cozy for Holidays, Liz Maverick.
Atmosphere. There's so much to look forward to and so much to enjoy. Manhattan certainly understood the assignment this year.
Oh, it's set in Manhattan.
Beyond my kitchen window, the city is dressed up picture perfect for the holidays. The snowflakes falling lightly just outside my kitchen window twinkle for me as they drift under a streetlight, waiting for my little bubbling pot of chocolate to heat up, and admire the dreamy, multicolored glow coming through my neighbor's frosted window panes. I inhale and exhale slowly. Ah, the glorious scent of melted happiness. This is way better than yoga. Sure, I could have gone with my friends to warmer climes.
Better than yoga.
But it wouldn't be as fun to go with Caleb staying in town. As if we share the same brain. His call lights up my phone. I'm used to it. I'm making myself sound way more sanguine than I actually am. But I've been agonizing over this particular project for years, and I expect it gets boring.
Okay, so cozy for the holidays, Liz Maverick. And there she is, Liz Maverick. For most of her life, Liz Maverick had no idea she was meant to be a writer after collecting a few initials. Okay. BS, CPA to MBA. She became a tax accountant and then switched to high tech. Here's her developing websites, software widgets. So much better. Tracking debits and credits, but either way, she sliced it. Cubicle life simply wasn't for her. Everybody said the writers got to spend all day in their pajamas and eat bonbons for lunch. It's not very pleasant, so one day while commuting to work on a train, Liz opened her laptop and started to write a book. Boom! She discovered her true calling. Liz Maverick now enjoys writing futuristic action romance for Dorchester and sassy contemporary fiction for Penguin. Putnam's LA print. Her first book was What a Girl Wants. It was named March 2004 Book Club. Picks for Cosmetology magazine asked Liz where her home base is. She'll point out to storage. She said San Francisco Bay. In the last year, she has sent manuscripts to her editors in Antarctica, France, and Indonesia. But you can find her anywhere in the world. Liz Maverick, sometimes she does indeed spend all day in her pajamas and eat bonbons for lunch. It's a good wrap up there. And she ended up in my car. Thanks, Liz. I sometimes like these little novels. They're fun to listen to. Now, for Christmas lights. This one's for Liz. Dun 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 dun. Isn't that nice? Oh, there's Liz in Brooklyn. This one's only for Audible, so that's pretty cool. These are all her books. She's a pretty prolific writer.
I peer closer and sniff. Possibly overcooked has quickly turned into unmistakably scorched. It wasn't meant to be, I say with a sigh. Just now? It went bad just now while we were on the phone? Yep. It took a very sudden turn for the worse. But you know, I'm used to it. I'm making myself sound way more sanguine than I actually am. But I've been agonizing over this particular project.
Here's one called Mistletoe Murders. There's another female writer. There's a lot of them. I think all of those were female writers. Not there's anything wrong with it. Then they've got 1984, George Orwell, Oliver Twist. Not anyone to peek into. Oliver Twist. Charles Dickens, a freaking genius. American History Tellers. The Cinnamon Bear. Something like that. I'm gonna try some Oliver Twist.
This is Audible.
It's another Charles
Oliver
Dickens.
Twist.
So she gets the phone call. Ring. Ring. Yeah, hello? Liz. Yeah. You're going to be on the Please Subscribe show. What's that? Well, you're not on it, but your voice will probably be on it just for a moment. It's for advertising, for Audible. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, have a good night. Oh, did you get that chamomile tea that I sent you? Oh, yeah, I did. You sent it to that delivery company, right? Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah, we just dropped it on your front door. All right. Well, good night. Good night, Liz. Love the book. It's really good. Cozy for Christmas. I like it. Thanks. Click. Hi, AJ Pine? Yes. You were the English teacher, the librarian, right? Yes, that was me. You're gonna be on the Please Subscribe show. Your voice is... I don't think they're gonna get the call. No, I just put a sample on them, that's all. Well, you know, that's what Audible does. I do like the moment where it opens where she's making fudge. It sounds kind of funny. It does sound cozy for Christmas. She burns the fudge. All right, got one at Old South. Pretty good one. 8:23 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.6 for the pickup. Join us for pancakes with Santa. I believe that's, yeah, Christmas Eve from 9 a.m. to what, like 11 or something? I think it's 1. So we'll relook at it. Some of their decorations. Snow. Old reindeer with a red nose. Santa with a fork. There's a snowman with a coffee cup. Merry Christmas, Old South. All right. Old South Pancake House on the way. 8:52 arrival, 22 minutes, 8.9 miles for the delivery.
Plus some plaques and nails.
The young'un won't last much longer himself. Sickly begot.
Towards the master. Please, sir. I want some more. The master turned pale. He looked at the small boy in astonishment. "What?" he said at last in a faint voice. "Please, sir," replied Oliver. "I want some more." The master hit Oliver with the ladle and shouted for the beadle. The board was sitting in their room when Mr. Bumble rushed in. "Begging your pardon, gentlemen," he said, "Oliver Twist has asked for more." There was a general start, and a look of horror crossed their faces. "For more?" said Mr. Limbkins. "Had eaten his supper?" He did. Strength left in him. He hit Noah an almighty blow, knocking...
Yeah, you got Santa Claus on snow skis. It says brain freeze. Hot cocoa party. It's skiing with a reindeer. I'm just kind of sampling stuff. I found this one called The Prophecy by Randy McKinnon. Looks like we're in a cul-de-sac. Santa Claus, reindeer, the Grinch. There's a mechanical one. Santa Claus come down the chimney. It's motion activated or something. There he goes. Good luck, Santa. Alright, this will be the last one for tonight. I gotta go help somebody, and then we'll go back and feed Kitty. Wingstop on the way, 9:17 arrival, 5 minutes, 1.4 mile for the delivery. So it looks like
Hello, Virginia.
Randy
I was told you
McKinnon
had vital information
story
about the world events happening.
is about prophecy.
Linked to your
That-
immaculate conception.
Here, you can hear
Believe that I am Mary.
I see.
Agent Thomas, I have a theory. What if the Bible wasn't telling us stories that happened, but rather events that were going to happen?
So basically, there are events that were going to happen. So it wasn't the Bible wasn't talking about something in past tense. But it was talking about something in the future. Sounds interesting. It's like one of those end time novels. Advertising 1984, George Orwell. It's a pretty good one.
From me, Winston.
Got a clear work coming out of Nacogdoches, Great Ford. Here we go with today's kitty. There's one kitty, 9 lives. Each life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. Each cat life. Swirl the cat food. And pick a cat food. Today's kitty will be having fancy feast, seafood feast, gravy grilled. So it's in gravy, kitty. Here we go. Going for the 1 scoop. Very good. And half a scoop on this one. That should be. Now he'll slowly eat this until it falls off. So I'm going to put it over here. Right next to this. There we go, kitty. Isn't that perfect? I'm going to start off by having the snack of Old English spread. It's a Kraft cheese with some crackers. And then I'll probably just, I don't know, maybe I'll make some ramen noodle or something. Put some beef in it or something. But I'm going to start with the snack, because I take off early today. There is no ice in hell. I think later on I might make these chicken McNuggets right here. Watch out, kid. Probably make this Purdue chicken breast nuggets. I think for 6 of them it's 210 calories. A total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably a total of about 400 calories. I'll probably eat it with a ranch or something. All right, so I'm getting a lot of attention off Fiction Press, and which is cool because 2 ladies that I found today, they were on like a fiction site, an online site. But he likes Silver Alert Ketty, and it's actually Silver Alert Kitty, but I'm gonna leave it Silver Alert Ketty because it sounds like someone's name. It was a mistake that I'm gonna keep, but it's supposed to be Silver Alert Kitty. But maybe the guy has a name that's Ketty is like his nickname or something. You have to read it. So it is pretty good. Silver Alert Ketty's good. It's not as good as Pet Taxi though. So if you find Pet Taxi, I think it's like part 3 of that series. I really enjoyed reading it and shared my thoughts. I hope it brings you some encouragement. Cool. I said, thanks. How did you hear about my story? So this is a good way as a writer for you to find out how people heard about your story. And this is off of Fiction Press. This is what it looks like. You can communicate with your fans. And I got a few more to read later on. So I just wanted to share this with you. And that's my name. That's my pseudonym, Ash Cole. That's my pen name on Fiction Press. Check out Silver Alert Kitty. You might like it. So here we go. Silver Alert Ketty got some more attention. This is from another fan, Adam Franklin UU. Silver Alert Kitty was fun and quirky. It is fun and quirky, I agree. Adventure that kept me smiling throughout. Fred's journey with Pickles, it's Mr. Pickles, but that's the cat, was delightful and predictable and full of humor. The mix of wild encounters and genuine moments made this story uniquely enjoyable read. Great job balancing comedy with heartfelt moments. And story about that is I wrote that at Old South Pancake House. Both Silver Alert Kitty and Pet Taxi, right? And I always usually, I'm this type of, my glasses are falling off my head, sorry. I'm the type of writer that pictures people. So I just do it. I don't know why. I enjoy picturing Fred Armisen as the lead in Silver Alert Kitty. That's why I called him Fred. And he has a cat named Mr. Pickles, and he's in Florida. There's a hurricane, yeah. And he goes off vlogging, right? He video logs. It's actually probably a pretty good one. So go to Fiction Press. Check out Ash Cole on Fiction Press. It doesn't show it all. It just says Fiction PR. But it shows it right here, Fiction Press. And check out Silver Alert Ketty. It was originally supposed to be Silver Alert Kitty, but I'm going to leave it Silver Alert Ketty because, for one thing, I think I have to. Thank you for the comment. And this is coming from... How do we know who it's coming from? You can find out by going to reply link or reply UR right here. I just go default browser. And it's from Adam Franklin, UU. And I will send a thank you. All right, so I said thank you for your response on Silver Alert Kitty. May I ask you how you heard about Silver Alert Kitty? I gotta get my question mark there. Be grammatically correct. May I ask you how you heard about Silver Alert Kitty? Also, you may enjoy my story Pet Taxi on fictionpress.com, written by Ash Cole. Thanks, Ash Cole. And what I'm going to do here is go ahead and just put my, because Rib right now is under, it's under my name. That way they can kind of find me and stuff like that. And then what I'm going to do here is put p.s.s. p.s.s. Check my wall for my story, Rib. Okay, hang on, kitty. Rib. Parentheses. There. Parentheses. And then this is or dog night out. I love this screen protector. And then it goes right here. Right there. And then this would be shepherds. You can obviously tell I'm a fictional writer. Shepherds of Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. I've always wanted to go, but I've been on the same latitude. Thank you for your response. May I ask you how you heard about Silver Alert Kitty? Also, you may enjoy my story Pet Taxi on fictionpress.com, written by Ash Cole. Thanks, Cole Spivey, a.k.a. Ash Cole. And I got to warn everybody that goes to that site, there's going to be some spelling errors. Check my wall for my story Rib, or Dog Night Out, Shepherds of Alaska. That's because I don't have an editor. I go this way, other than me. And it's taken me a long time to... Now, what I did here was kind of what I wanted to do. Okay, it's a private message. I was going to include my Facebook. Is that what I said? I don't even know what I said. You know what? I'll have to look on this site right here. And then I'll send him another one. Check out my Facebook wall and then my name. Okay. Check out my Facebook wall for the posts of chapters from my new novel, Rib. I know, kitty. I already fed you. Rib or dog night out, and then dash shepherds. Missed it. Shepherds of Alaska. There we go. Like that. Check out my Facebook wall at Cole Spivey for the post of chapters from my new novel Rib. We're talking out. Should be the last one. I'll just say thanks. I'll just give my real name here. Cole Spivey, a.k.a. Ash Cole. There we go. Then we send it a private message to him. So you like Silver Alert Kitty? All right. So I'm going to try some of this old English. I love this. I used to eat this when I was a kid. Love this stuff. I can read. I'm just showing how my life really is. So I go through all these readers, glasses that you can get like at, I don't know, Walmart or drugstores. And all of them always crack every time, so I have to be super careful. Like this. And I them on like that so I can read bifocals. But Silver Lord Caddy was fun and quirky adventures that kept me smiling throughout. Fred's journey with Pickles was delightful, unpredictable, and full of humor. The mix of wild encounters and genuine moments made the story a uniquely enjoyable read. Great job balancing comedy with heartfelt moments. You know, I have to say, take my glasses off, kids. I'm really happy about that comment. Got some of the spread cheese. That took some time to do a review like that. You can tell. I don't know how many he reads or makes comments, but there we go. A friend of mine in high school used to say I had an eating problem. We got to put the shoe on the other one. He also fancied himself as a writer too, and a playwright that I've helped several times. He was in my play, okay? He was in my play, and I was in his play. He's a playwright in the area. Listen, guys, being a novelist depends on how far you take it, you know. It's work. It's work. I'm gonna try to post chapter 88, but I have to make sure that it's all there. I added a little like background bio for Jed. I was helping somebody today, and I looked at it and I just was like, okay, well, at least they know. I can keep it there. An editor would probably take it out, but there's other stories or other chapters that talk about Jed. Now, if you go in the very beginning of the chapters, you're going to run across a character named Jim who can read minds. Think about bringing him in. He works for the Navy. There's also a fat bastard who's a movie critic who could have a connection with Snarachino. So all the previous characters from chapter 1 to chapter 28, I can probably bring in somewhere along the lines. I just don't want to get too Infinite Jest, you know, like David Foster Wallace did with Infinite Jest, if you ever read it, or if you listened to it. I haven't attempted to read it. I've only attempted to listen to it. P.T. Anderson, who's one of our great writers, was one of the students. I gotta go. Anyway, try this Old English. He was one of his students, and his scripts are freaking amazing. I think what David Foster Wallace was talking about was that you can just do whatever you want and don't feel free. Whoops, I switched to fried chicken strips. I'm gonna have 4 of them. Hey, look. The best of both worlds. Ranch and ketchup. Oh, and when you're gonna go, you want to always go with veggies. Looks like we have some kind of Tuscan bread. And just with ranch, and then a little bit of ranch there. You wouldn't know what I had to go through to get to this point. Okay, so just going with the 3. These are 170 for 2, so one, I believe, is 85. So it's like, I don't know, 170, roughly 350 something, I don't know. No, it'd be 250. I believe that's right. 70, yeah, 255. Let's see. Just checking the math. So we've got 170 plus 85. Yeah, 255. I did it in my head, it was fine. And then we got this right here, which is some Tuscan veggie medley. Get some pepper. There we go. It's like a medley. Some of this stuff right here. We're gonna add some of this stuff too. And this right here. There we go. Try some of the buffalo sauce right here. Let's do some. All right, there I am. And let's see. Ethan Hawke and Sydney Sweeney. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, there's some stuff on P.T. Anderson and Leonardo, David Byrne, El Tornado. Yeah, the Tornado stuff I saw was really good. His name was High Risk Chris. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. It's actually pretty incredible footage of a tornado. Go to a library. There it is right there. High Risk Chris. I don't know, we'll find something. I was gonna see if the news, let's watch the news earlier. I don't know what happened to it. I guess it just, you hit nightly news, it usually comes up. Nightly news. There it is. Probably want to see if I can get some ketchup. No, ketchup is kind of good with chicken. What are they called? Chicken strips. Chicken strips. They're good. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. All right. Have a good one.